Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing my review for the first season of Constantine. The whole first season of Constantine. Now here's the thing though, they haven't announced season 2 yet. So by the when I first post this, I'm gonna call it Constantine season 1 review. Now, if they say that they are not gonna move forward and make a season 2, so that is if it's just season 1 and that's it, I'm gonna change the title to Constantine's series review. I'm just gonna say it right then and there. Constantine season 1. It consists of 13 episodes, and and the titles of each episode are in order are Non-Est Asylum, The Darkness Beneath, The Devil's Vinyl, A Feast of Friends, Dance Voodoo, Rage of Caliban, Blessed Are the Damned, The Saints of the Last Resort, The Saint of the Last Resort Part 2, Quid Pro Quo, A Whole World Out There, Angels and Ministers of Grace, and Waiting for the Man. That is all the 13 episodes, the name of the episodes. And yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning for those who have yet to actually watch the whole first season, or yeah, the whole yeah, ugh. For those who have yet to actually watch the whole first season and haven't already, stop the video, go check out the episodes that you need to watch or whatever, go catch up on it, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the first season of Constantine and haven't already, please do not comment down below or be messaging me. That never give you fair warnings. As usual, I did. This series stars Matt Ryan, Angelica Celea, Charles Halford, Harold Perry Neal, Michael James, Jeremy Davis, Bailey Tippin, John Joe O'Neill, Charles Parnell, Emmett J. Scadden, Mark Mark Margolis. And again, the episodes in order are Non-Est Asylum, The Darkness Beneath, The Devil's Vinyl, A Feast of Friends, Dance Voodoo, Rage of Caliban, Blessed Are the Damned, The Saint of the Last Resort, The Saint of the Last Resort Part 2, Quad Pro Quad, A Whole World Out There, Angels and Ministers of Grace, and Waiting for the Man. So what's Constantine about? It's basically about the character Constantine from the Hellblazer comics, and and this first season's he really doesn't have an origin story. In a sense, he doesn't really have an origin story, and especially in the TV series. So basically, what is the first season about? It's basically him and his adventures of trying to make the world right in some weird, dark way. And throughout the season, he has to deal with different magical groups or different people who want to harm him or his friends, such as La Brujeria, and there's this one group that's following Zed, who is the main female lead. I forget the name of the group. Just very fast. I think it says here. I'm pretty sure it says here, or it should say here. Um, yeah. Once I find it, whatever. But I know her dad's like part of it. So yeah, her dad's like the Last Crusades or the Saints Crusades or something like that. That's the group I'm thinking of. I knew I had it right there. And those are the two main groups he has to deal with. Now, he also has to deal with some other enemies. For example, Papa Midnight, which is one of his main antagonists throughout the series. Um, and also just dark magic in general. And also at the end of the series, one of his friends or supposed friends betrays him and turns out to be a major bad guy, possibly for the upcoming season, if it gets confirmed for season 2. Um, Now me, I really like the series. Some people don't really like it. Some people are like, whatever, it's okay. I actually really enjoy it. The acting and the writing for the most part are pretty great. Now there's maybe 2 or 3 episodes that could have been better, but for the most part, the acting and the writing are pretty great in my opinion. And yeah, Matt Ryan, the person who portrays Constantine, I think he's very energetic, and I think he does a perfect job for Constantine. Portraying the actual character. And I think out of everybody there, he's the best actor. You also do have Harold Perrineau. He's actually pretty good in the in the show as well. Um, and yeah, Michael James Shaw, who portrays Papa Midnight, I think he did a pretty good job in his character as well. So overall, the acting is pretty great in my opinion. But those are the three I want to like point out. I mean, some of the other ones, for example, Angelica Celia, who portrays Zed, and Charles Halford, who portrays Chaz. I think they also did a pretty good job. But Matt Ryan, he's kind of a scene stealer, so yeah. The special effects for the most part are pretty great in my opinion. There are a few parts where it could have been better or better improved, but for the most part, the special effects are pretty great. And when you're dealing with an episode that has to do with not an episode, when you're dealing with a show that has to do with exorcisms and ghosts and spirits and demonic figures and whatnot, the special effects better be pretty great if you know what I mean. So I mean, overall, it's a pretty great show, pretty solid. Again, there are a few episodes that are kind of and that could have been better in my opinion. To point out a couple of them, I thought episode 11, A Whole World Out There, was okay. I thought that one could have been really improved a bit more. Rage of a Caliban, which is episode 6. I thought that was pretty good, but I do think there's a little bit more potential for it. Same thing with episode 5, Dance Valdu. Pretty great, pretty good episode, and it introduced Jim Corrigan into the series. But I do think that could have been a bit more improved too. So I mean, the first couple episodes are pretty great in my opinion. A few of them do have something left to be desired, and that's a bit of a problem with the show. Though, that at the end of each episode, at the end of half the episodes, there is something left to be desired at the end. But whatever, what can you do? So yeah, I mean, I thought it had a really strong start, and I think it had a pretty good ending. It didn't really have a strong ending or as strong as an ending as I would have wanted, but it had a pretty good ending. I just again something left to be desired in my opinion. Um, so I mean, overall, it's a pretty great series. If you haven't checked it out already, again, it's only 13 episodes, and yeah, I mean, go check it out. It's a pretty great series. I really do enjoy it. And hopefully they get season 2. I mean, so yeah, I mean, there's many shows that I could see them canceling. For example, Grace Point. That one was a miniseries, but I do think that they could have, if they wanted to, they could have done season 2. But I understand why that would be a miniseries. Z Nation, for example, that's another show that could have been either a miniseries or season 1 type of thing, even despite it being good, or B, it could have been great and it did get season 2. So yeah, Helix, that one got season 2. That one's kind of debatable in my opinion because there are a few episodes that are pretty good and then there's some that are eh. So yeah, but comic book based. I mean, there's not thing is that there's not many real comic book based TV shows out there. You have Walking Dead, Constantine, Gotham, Arrow, and The Flash, and then you have the animated Ninja Turtles TV series in Nickelodeon and the animated Avengers series in Disney, I believe. I think they still have it, if I'm not mistaken. But aside from that, you really don't have any comic book based TV shows. So I'm kind of and so I really do like the fact that this one succeeded. I know like later this year we're supposed to get iZombie. That one looks interesting for a lack of a better word. So yeah, overall I thought it was a pretty great series. First season. There were a few things left to be desired throughout the season, but overall it was really entertaining and I really did like it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, really strong start for Constantine. Really did enjoy it, and yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below your thoughts on the episodes or season. And yeah, just to go over the episodes one last time. It's Non-Est Asylum, The Darkness Beneath, The Devil's Vinyl, A Feast of Feelings, Dance of Valdu, Rage of Caliban, Blessed Are the Damned, The Saints of the Last Resort, The Saint of the Last Resort Part 2, Quid Pro Quo, A Whole World Out There, Angels and Ministers of Grace, and Waiting for the Man. So yeah, oh, by the way, in the first part of, where was it, which episode? In the Saints of the Last Resorts Part 1, a really cool thing happened, and that is that they had the guy who played Martinez in the Walking Dead, his character, his actor, he was in the show for one episode, so I thought that was pretty cool too. But aside from the point, so yeah, overall pretty great start, 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, for those who haven't checked it out, why not? Comment all that down below. Let me know. What are your thoughts on it? Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. And yeah, remember to check out my Instagram. And follow me on it. I post stuff about comic books, TV shows, and movies. And aside from that, this is Daniel Mart signing off.